Hello everybody! Good afternoon guys! This is Nádia again. Today I'm here because I decided to give you some English grammar tips using a video. Actually, this is the first video class that I have prepared for you. And I don't know if you remember that I told you before on my personal page that I was preparing some kind of material for you, and this material is already here. They are some cards that I intend to use during our discussion for today. And the first topic for this first video class that we're going to talk about, we're going to discuss, is modal verbs. Modal verbs, can and can't. So you can ask me, Nádia, these modal verbs can and can't, when do we use them? What kind of function do they have when we use in a sentence? Okay, let me explain for you. In our first video class for today, we are going to talk about the modal verbs can and can't. These verbs expressing abilities, these verbs expressing capacity. For example, let's talk about my abilities, let's talk about your abilities, let's talk about your parents' abilities, your friends' abilities, capacity, ability of doing something. And I can start talking about me, myself. I'm an English teacher, so I can speak English, I can give you some English classes, I can give you some English grammar tips because I'm an English teacher. I have the competence, I have the ability, I have the capacity of doing this. So I use the modal verb can in an affirmative way because I'm talking about my ability, I'm talking about my capacity of doing something. Okay, now I'm gonna bring for you some examples. Real examples. The first example was real because it was about me, of course. But now, do you remember that we had the Olympic Games? Yes, there were Olympic Games in Rio de Janeiro, and they were perfect. Remember, we could see lots of excellent athletes, excellent professionals, and one of them that I'm gonna bring the example about him right now is Michael Phelps. You remember Michael Phelps, don't you? Because I do. Michael Phelps, let's talk about his ability. Let's talk about his competence. You remember that Michael Phelps swam very well, Michael Phelps can swim very well. Michael Phelps has the ability of swimming very well. He can swim very well. Michael Phelps. Another example that I can bring for you right now is about another athlete whose name is Usain Bolt. You remember Usain Bolt, don't you? Usain Bolt can run fast. Usain Bolt can run fast. He is an excellent runner. So, another sentence, affirmative, talking about Usain Bolt's abilities, Usain Bolt capacities. What about Neymar Jr.? You remember Neymar Jr., you know our Brazilian soccer player, Neymar Jr. He can play soccer well. Neymar is a soccer player, so he has the ability of playing soccer. He can play soccer well. People in China, Chinese people, of course, they were born in China, so they can speak Chinese. Nádia, I'm a Brazilian girl, so I can speak Portuguese. I'm an English teacher, so I can speak Portuguese and English. Yes, I have the ability, I have the capacity of speaking, so I can. Nádia, what about dancing? What about dancing samba? What about dancing pop rock? What about dancing tango? Oh, pay attention. I can dance well. I can dance samba well. I can dance tango, not so much, but I can. I can dance pop rock, yeah? Examples, affirmative sense, talking about my abilities, talking about your abilities. My sister, I have a sister whose name is Christina. Chris, she's a systems analyst. She works with computers, so she can use a computer. She can use a computer. She has the ability of using computers. What about cooking? Cooking, prepare some lunch, prepare some food. Do you have the capacity? Do you have the ability of doing that? We can cook lunch. We can prepare food. Yes, can. Notice here, guys, that I brought lots of examples. Affirmative sentences talking about modal verbs expressing abilities, expressing competence, expressing capacity that people have. But of course, we do not know everything, yes? We are not able to do all the things because we are professionals, but for example, I'm an English teacher, but I can't swim very well. Michael Phelps, he can, but Nádia, I can't. Remember I told you that we have modal verbs expressing abilities or expressing capacities. Can for affirmative, and can't, that is cannot, yes, for negative sentence, negative ideas. Talking about capacities or competence, or how can I say, abilities that people don't have. So, talking about swim, I can't swim well. I can't swim very well. Nádia, what about playing soccer? I can't play soccer well. What about playing the piano? I can play the piano, but not very well. Can you understand? So, people, we have the modal verbs can and can't when we want to express abilities, when we want to express capacities, affirmative sentences, negative sentences. But what about questions? You ask, Nádia, what about questions? Can you make questions with can and can't? Of course, yeah. I brought here an example for showing you like this. Nádia, can you sing a song? Notice that now we have can, the modal verb, the beginning of the sentence. After that you have you, the subject pronoun, yeah? The main verb and the complement. So, can you sing a song? If my answer is affirmative, I say yes, I can. A short answer like yes, I can. But if my answer is negative, I'm gonna say no, I can't. Or if I want to give a complete answer, a long answer, I'm gonna say yes, I can sing a song, or no, I can't sing a song. Another question that I can ask you, I can show you or ask you. Nádia, and can you drive a car? Can you drive a car? I say, if my answer is affirmative, I'm gonna say, yes, I can drive a car. But if my answer is negative, I'm gonna say, no, I can't drive a car. Modal verbs can for affirmative sentences or can't for negative sentences. Another question that I have here. Nádia, can you make a cake? Can you make a cake? Yes, I can make a cake. Or no, I can't make a cake. I do not have the ability, I do not have the capacity of making a cake. So people, today we have this kind of grammar tip. Modal verbs, yes, can and can't. Modal verbs can and can't, expressing abilities, expressing capacity of doing something, yeah? I really wish that you love, that you enjoyed our tips for today. And next time we're gonna keep on talking about modal verbs, but a different usage, yeah? Have a wonderful Sunday. See you as soon as possible. Kisses. your teacher Nádia. Goodbye.